Hey guys, welcome back to the checkpoint for another No Man's Sky video. Today we're going to be talking about ships, and more specifically, how we can upgrade them, how they are generated, and all the different types of ships we've seen so far. So first of all, let's start with that last one. There is a massive range of ships in No Man's Sky, from freighters to smaller vehicles, each with their own UI and heads-up display to make every ship distinguishable from the last. Of course, it hasn't been confirmed if we can fly the huge space freighters in-game, but we know there is a multitude of ships to fly and trade with NPCs and other players. There are also ways to distinguish which ships belong to which race, and we mainly saw this in a gameplay where Sean Murray refers to his own ship as a Korvax ship. The Korvax obviously being one of the races we've seen in the game. It is unknown how you can come into acquiring ships from certain races, but it's most likely by befriending a race, by siding with them in wars or trading with them, and more on that to come in another video by the way, and then trading with them. So now let's talk about how ships are generated. So like both the creatures and weapons of No Man's Sky, ships start with a basic skeleton. This is probably like a central cockpit with two wings and a rocket stuck on the back of it, like a really terrible drawing from your child which, despite being creative, just isn't good enough to be stuck on the fridge. Next they take that ship, that skeleton, and add purling noise. Now purling noise is a procedural generation technique that, in the most basic of explanations, serves as a colouring in tool. Imagine you have a sketch and you want to add a bit of colour to it. Essentially purling noise is the equivalent of taking a paintbrush and flicking some paint across the canvas. Flicking it across. It's messy and random, but the parts that work. So basically, the purling noise will be random, but will work off a determined logic. It will make sure not to stick an extra wing on the front window of the cockpit. It will make sure not to attach a rocket booster to the pilot seat. So the generation is random technically, but random in a sense that it will consider logic before execution. So now let's talk about upgrading our ships. Now there was a bit of uproar, I'm not gonna lie, last year, that you can't upgrade your ships. There was a bit of a controversy because upgrading your ship isn't really possible, but perhaps upgrade isn't the best word for it. You can add different aesthetical designs and components to your ship, but you can't make your ship faster or increase its health unless you buy another ship. This is a little upsetting for those who wanted to max out their ship and make it unbeatable in terms of combat and defense, but it's good for people who want to explore a variety of different ships within the game, and those who wouldn't like to be tied down to the same ship throughout the entirety of the game. And of course, you can trade ships with different people, different factions will have different, buffs and perks to each ship, so really you can upgrade your ship, but it's gonna involve a little tinkering around with trading and swapping out and finding the ship that really suits you. So I guess you can't really upgrade your ships. I'm hoping for some sort of paint job feature where you can design camouflages and colour in your spaceship, because I'm going to write something really offensive just on the side of my ship and just fly around the universe spreading my message, much to the dismay of everyone else. I might just write subscribe to the channel on the side of it, just subscribe to Checkpoint, put the little URL there and just fly across the galaxy and let everyone see. That might be my big game plan when No Man's Sky comes out. You'll have to wait and see. But what do you think? Does the lack of upgrading stuff put you off? Are you excited for the ships of No Man's Sky? Let me know down below, and for more No Man's Sky content like this, make sure you subscribe. But for now, this has been Steve, that has been No Man's Sky, Checkpoint complete.